We are called Music Relief Foundation, and we launched a knife crime initiative in November last year, just around the corner actually from here, Parliament, and it's called More Than Able. And the whole idea, as the name implies, is that the young people are more than able to do whatever they put their mind to. And on that night when we launched the initiative, we unveiled some ambassadors, 7 to be precise, 7 young people who have worked with us over the years in previous projects that we've carried out. And these young people so far have been so fantastic. They've been doing great work. They performed 2 songs on the night, and they've been using those songs to speak out, to speak to their peers, and saying to them, you know, there's another avenue that you can actually go onto. And so that's what we're doing, young people to speak to other young people, because that's the best way we found for them to be able to reach out to their peers and change the narrative. So if we're able to touch one person at a time, then we're doing a great work.
I just mentioned, Magdalene, that we had the Labour London Assembly spokesperson for crime and policing, Amnesh Desai. He's saying that the government is not doing enough, and he does mention the finance. Do you think it's a finance situation? There needs to be more investment in this?
Definitely, I definitely agree with him. There is the element of finance that needs to be looked into as well, because when you look at the youth centres which are closing down, most of them are closing down because of obviously money, and many of the young people are utilising those youth centres. If there is no money to keep those youth centres going, how are they going to survive? So we need that money. So for like our organisation, grassroots organisations like us, we need the money to work in order for us to survive. If not, we're going to have to end up closing all our organisations and seek for employment. And then who are we letting down? We're letting these young people down. We're letting our ambassadors down, and that's not what we want to do.
Why is this happening? Is it a discontent problem with young people? Is it poverty? What's the biggest problem that are driving these youngsters to use knives?
There's different factors when you look at knife crime. You mentioned it, there's poverty there as well. There's the lack of youth centres, and there's so many different things. But I'm going to focus on the poverty and the lack of youth centres, because many of the young people we've worked with, especially in schools, many of them are all about getting money. They just want the money, they want the money right now. If they see their parents struggling and they feel the need that they need to be the man in the house and supply, so they're going to go out there to look for that quick money. And that quick money brings about other damaging results, as we have seen so far. And then you look at the lack of youth centres, like I mentioned before. If the youth organisations don't have money to be able to support them, how are they going to provide? It's not just about having a youth organisation, it's about having activities that will engage with these young people. We have to look at the well-being, and that's what we're looking at. Working with the young people with their well-being, and looking at how we can also work with them and let them understand that deep down inside, each and every one of them have potentials.
And essentially your project is all about getting youngsters to help youngsters, am I right?
Yes, definitely. That's why we unveil the ambassadors, because it's no good for someone like myself going out there to speak to the other young people. They're not going to listen to me. It's good. It comes better when they see themselves, when they see their peers actually saying, you know what, I want to be like that person. I see something great in that person. And so we're empowering these ambassadors to go out there. So we're giving them free fall to be able to to be empowered and go out there and speak to their peers and say to them, you know what, this is me. I'm not trying to say my life is good. Well, I'm like you, but actually I'm taking a different path, and that's what we want to do. We want to work with these young people and let them understand there's more to life.